Alright. I've been listening to that album for the last 2 days now. Okay, let's just get into this. This is Raw Uncut, edition number 4. I am John Maffio, also known as MaffmanJones, and we have quite a lot to talk about because I haven't made a Raw Uncut in, what did I just say? Jesus. I haven't made one of these videos in about 2 weeks. So we have quite a lot to cover, but I really only talk about the things that I was most interested in over the last couple weeks. And really not much of significance has happened in the last 2 weeks, but some stuff did really happen. That's really cool. So let's get started. The director of Jurassic Park 4 has been announced. The movie's coming out next summer, so they have to get the ball rolling now before, you know, they have to delay production, which they should anyway, but whatever, that's my opinion. It's Colin Trevorrow, and if you don't know who that is, he directed Safety Not Guaranteed. I haven't seen it yet, still. I plan to watch it, but apparently it's really good. Shameless plug, but pretty much it. It was Eric Striffler's favorite movie of the year, so if that's any judgment, this is a good call. What do I think of it? I haven't seen Safety Not Guaranteed yet, so I don't have a full opinion, but I'm glad they're picking somebody like this, an independent director stepping up to mainstream. I like when, like Mark Webb to Amazing Spider-Man, didn't really turn out as well as people hoped, but this is still a good sign. It's better than getting some mainstream director who, like Michael Bay. Yeah. Next, more casting news for Guardians of the Galaxy releasing next August 2014. So far we have Chris Pratt as the star lead, and now we have our Drax the Destroyer, and that is going to be Dave Bautista, yes, the WWE wrestler. I was a fan of him when I was younger. Not really the biggest fan of him in terms of acting. I mean, he was in Man of the Iron Fist, but pretty sure he's not known for his acting skills. I haven't read Guardians of the Galaxy comics, but Drax the Destroyer seems to be a very imposing, a very strength-inducing character. So, what seems to me here is that he's not going to get much dialogue, but I trust James Gunn, the director, because he's probably just going to give him lines of dialogue that make sense to him. So obviously he won't have a big story arc, but who knows, maybe he could bring out something worthy of acting chops. We'll have to see. But right now, not the biggest casting news, but it's big for people who like Guardians of the Galaxy. Alright, Kick-Ass 2, the trailer came out. I was going to make a trailer review for that, but I decided not to because it wasn't that significant and it wasn't too substantial when I did film it. Trailer's good. It's not great, but it got me excited for the movie. Some of the green screen effects are a little off, but I do like what's going on here. The effect of Chloe Moretz, she's getting cute. Oh, stop, John, you're becoming pedo. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Aaron Johnson got ripped in comparison to the first movie. McLovin as I can say it here because this is my own show, the motherfucker. This is so ridiculous. And it looks like it's going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to be better than the first Kick-Ass, because I love the first Kick-Ass. One of the best movie experiences I've ever seen, ever. And one of my favorite movies of 2010. This could be fun. Hopefully it doesn't suck, though. We'll have fingers crossed here. But it was a good trailer. Also, this is actually the biggest news of the day. It was a couple weeks in general, but for this video, just because I'm filming this today. Kickstarter. It's been around for quite a while. Some really significant projects have come out of it, not mainstream though. The biggest one to me, for example, was this Slender Man movie that came out about a month ago, and it was in development for a long time, and it finally got made. And the final product, I'll admit, wasn't that great, but the fact that they got fans to submit, and they got thousands of dollars to make it, was really impressive. But now it's starting to hit mainstream markets because they've been trying to make a Veronica Mars movie for a long time. This was on CW11 or something, and it stars Kristen Bell. And they put it on Kickstarter, and their goal was to reach 2 million in a month, 30 days. They made a whole video and everything. They gave a little contest, like if you donate $10, you'll get a script copy when the movie comes out. And the biggest was like a speaking role, and there was one position for that. And I was very surprised to see that less than 24 hours later, it hit $2 million. And as we speak, it's still counting. It's past 3 million. I haven't checked it recently, but it's past 3 million now. Who knows how hard... The sky's the limit. But this really just shows how important Kickstarter can be for people, independent filmmakers. If you have a following and you have a fan base and you want to move into filmmaking like legit products, you could put your idea up on Kickstarter and tell people about it and try to spread the word. And who knows, maybe if people like you enough, you could find success there. And this just shows also that possibly, maybe in the future, not in the distant future, but far off, there will be more mainstream projects placed forth on Kickstarter. Like, for example, maybe, well, I don't know, maybe South Park 2? If Matt and Trey put a Kickstarter thing, like, if people really want to see a new South Park movie, they'll donate towards it. And I think it would happen. But that's what I'm just saying. Like, this is very vital. Very. For the future of movies. It could be. In terms of independent filmmaking, because I can certainly use this too. I'm an aspiring filmmaker. And I have creative juices flowing through my head. I haven't made the independent movie yet that I want to make, but it's all in my head. But this would be a good asset for it. And yeah, very important news. Even if you don't enjoy movies, it's very important because it could be very utilized in the future. And now here's some news we got in the last couple days. Very small things. Well, not really small things, but it's cool. Gareth Edwards, who is the new director for the new reboot of Godzilla, releasing in next summer, and it stars an Olsen twin? No, it's an Olsen, but she's not part of that Olsen family. And also Bryan Cranston. If the ticket's already sold for me. They had a video on the set, and Gareth Edwards basically introduced himself, said, hey guys, I'm Gareth Edwards, if you didn't know already, and we're on the set of Godzilla, and I'm going to tease the shit out of you, and see you later. And that's it. There's also a picture of, like, a burnt-down helicopter. So, to be expected. I'm just excited the movie's actually being made, because I actually enjoyed the original Godzilla, the American remake from 1998, because I was really young, and I saw that was one of the first movies I saw in theaters and actually remembered with my father. And it's a terrible movie, yes, but I enjoyed it. But it has potential. This movie has a lot of potential to be awesome. If Pacific Rim is very successful in this summer, then they'll speak volumes for Godzilla, because then Godzilla can achieve much success through the success of Pacific Rim. God, my voice... Certain, like, vowels and the way you speak in letters just don't come off right. It sounds really weird coming from my voice box. I don't know how it sounds to you, but that just sounds very narcissistic. Okay, let's move on. And the last real topic of the day, this released yesterday. I think it got taken away now, so I can't link you to the video, but if I do find video footage, I will link it down below. The San Diego Comic-Con Ant-Man footage, test footage from Edgar Wright released. And it's not mind-blowing, but it's pretty incredibly awesome. Just the execution and the actual idea of this character, people probably just, when you think Ant-Man, you don't think brilliance or anything revolutionary or innovative, but the action shown in this footage, in my opinion, was innovative. There has been stuff like this, like The Incredible Shrinking Man and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't even, wait a minute, is that even, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the potential for action sequences for a movie like this is pretty... It's potentially awesome, and it's expansive. The limits... There is no limits. And Edgar Wright, he's made some really good movies. He's made Shaun of the Dead, he's made Hot Fuzz, he's making The World's End right now, releasing later this year, and he also made Scott Pilgrim. And if you've seen these movies, you know just how awesome he could be capable. He has great capabilities. And with the Ant-Man movie, I don't know about the story, but in terms of entertainment value and replayability, he could make a pretty cool movie. And this is supposed to come out in late 2015, supposedly, if all the stars line up. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I personally thought the footage was really cool for test footage. And it also is a nice precursor for what could possibly come out of it in the final product. But it is definitely happening. 2015, 2016, if it has to be delayed, but it's definitely happening, which is a nice sign. And that's really it. Update on little Spidey sets. Since the last video, I've been on the set a couple times, but nothing happened. I went to the set where they filmed inside for Oscorp. I saw Emma Stone again, and all of us, we were so dumbfounded and flabbergasted, we just stared at her presence and didn't actually, like, no autographs, picture, do you have time for it? No, we just stared at her. She's that beautiful. She's my baby. What can I say? And I guess they're moving up to Rochester for a chase scene, and they're building a set for Times Square, where Spider-Man and supposedly obviously Electro will face off. I don't know if it's going to be the final climatic battle, but Times Square! Spider-Man movie potential rising. Expectations, please don't mess up. But yeah, I'm excited for Spider-Man. I'm excited for Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I think that it could be so much better than the first one, and up to par with the Spider-Man 2, the original Sam Raimi movie, which was one of my favorite movies. It is my favorite movie. Jesus, get it out of your mouth. That's what she said. One of my favorite superhero movies of all time, and favorite movies in general. I love Spider-Man 2. And we'll have to see, but I'm ranting on now. I'm going out the train tracks. This has been the 4th cut of Raw and Uncut. Wow, my words are stuttering. Okay, I got to leave before I die and overdose. Next time, hopefully we'll have some better, more significant news, but there were some really cool little news stories in there for the last couple weeks. Hopefully next time is more, you know, impactful and powerful. Like, wow, big stories. We do have Wolverine trailer coming out next week. I'll have a trailer review for that. And upcoming reviews will be Olympus Has Fallen and The Croods. See you next time, guys. Wait.